Hello, hello, hello. Can everybody hear me? This is Ryan number 3 for Global Hack Week. Excited to be back after a long break from doing streams, but I'm here for a GitHub Copilot stream. Um, who here has attended a stream or a mini event at Global Hack Week this month? I'm seeing some new faces in chat. Not Ramesh and for ABDU. I see not Ramesh say Moa. I think that's me. But yeah, without further ado, I'm doing pretty good. It is 8 in the morning here in Texas, so definitely pretty early. But I'm excited to do another GitHub Copilot stream. Hello, Twisted Boot. I'm doing pretty well. How about you? Oh, I see. Not Ramesh. Moi. The French for me. Here it is 7 p.m. Oh wow. That is pretty late. But yeah, so I'm gonna go ahead and get started here. So if you haven't already, ignore that over there. If you haven't already, be sure to check into the stream. This is how you get your points for Global Hack Week this week. Your background is so awesome. Thank you. I'm here in my house with my brand new piano. Something knowledge. If y'all remember that meme from long ago. But, but yeah, please be sure to check into the stream using the QR code on the screen. If you want to do it on your computer, you can go to events.mlh.io/events/12024, and that will get you checked in. If it is your first time using an MLH.io service, you're gonna have to create an account. Then you'll have to go back to the link and then click check in. So if it's your first time, you have to scan it or click on it twice. If it's your second time or more back, then just once. But yeah, I'm gonna keep that in chat for about 2 minutes, but I'll go ahead and begin with the stream. Give me 1 second. Okay, awesome. Okay. So, hi y'all. I'm Ryan from Major League Hacking. I am actually one of 3 Ryans here at MLH, and I am a D1 yapper. So if you ever ask me a question outside of the stream, I will probably ramble for 10 minutes. So know that before you get into a conversation with me. Ryan is such a common name. I agree. Actually, in my school, I'm like the only Ryan that I know. But then I go to like some other states and there's so many. But yeah, so for those who do not understand or do not know what GitHub Copilot is, it is a fantastic tool, especially during hackathons, as it can serve as your 5th teammate in a 4-person team. But during the stream, we're going to be going over what is GitHub Copilot, why would you use it, how to set it up, and also how to use it. So I guess for a little bit of context as well, I've actually been a GitHub Copilot user for over 36 months. I used it when it was first released in beta. Now it's a full-on product, so it's awesome to see it here. So GitHub Copilot is useful for 3 specific things. It's useful to create code, it's useful to fix code, and it's useful to explain code. You might think, what is the difference between all of those? But you'll find that all 3 of those are completely different use cases that all serve individual necessary use cases. So yeah, you might be asking yourself, okay, well, GitHub Copilot exists. Why would I use that over maybe ChatGPT, Claude, other LLMs like that? And the answer is quite simple. As you can see with a survey done in 2022 conducted by GitHub, they've surveyed that 88% of people who took the survey found that they were more productive using this tool. Think about that. In some sort or in some way, people believed that when using this tool, it made them a better developer. 88% of people. That's 9 in 10 people. That is a really, really good metric. I also enjoy the metric. The 59% of surveyors found that they were less frustrated when coding when they were using GitHub Copilot. I honestly agree with that. I love using it for loops because I don't want to spend 3 seconds typing all of that out. It's much nicer whenever you're able to just autocomplete it, tab it in, and save a lot of time with that. So yeah, so we're gonna go ahead and get started with setting it up. So, you might be asking yourself, okay, well, GitHub Copilot's only on VS Code, but I use NeoVim or I use PyCharm or I use Zed. Luckily for you, you can use VS Code pretty much anywhere. If someone in chat can name an IDE that does not support GitHub Copilot, I will give you like 10 kudos. And I see in chat, Linux Saharsh saying hi. Hello. Yeah, so if anyone in chat can name a IDE that GitHub Copilot is not supported in, I will give you 10 kudos. TBH, there's only 2 of them out of like every IDE that exists. So it is a really, really good number to have, and those are getting support soon. But in the case that you can't use GitHub Copilot in one of those 2 IDEs, you can actually use it in the CLI using the GitHub CLI, GHCLI, and you can use GitHub Copilot there. So for the purposes of this tutorial, we're going to be working on VS Code. So if you don't have VS Code already, I would highly recommend getting it. You can get it at code.visualstudio.com. It's honestly such a good IDE. It's all purpose. You can pretty much use anything, has built-in Git, extension, a really extensive community with extensions, stuff like that. I guess it can't support in Google IDEs. Oh, Google IDEs. Does Google have IDEs? Oh, is my voice off right now? Am I echoing? Can someone confirm in chat real quick? Let me check real quick. Oh. Google has IDEs. Wait, let me check that. That's new to me. Does anybody know an example of one of Google's IDEs? Are y'all referencing Colab? My voice is all right. Oh, gotcha. Are you referencing Google Colab? Project IDX. Okay. Project IDX. Wait, this is kind of cool. Oh, you're so right. I did not realize that existed. I guess it is pretty new. Trying to see if there is GitHub Copilot with it. Yeah, it's probably missing it because they have Gemini or Gemini. So, oh, Android Studio has it. I'm pretty sure because Android Studio is a fork of IntelliJ IDEA, and GitHub Copilot supports IntelliJ IDEA. Okay, so continuing on, I'm gonna go ahead and hide the current comment. Yeah, so we're gonna go ahead and install the, sorry, my voice. We're gonna go ahead and install the extension. So if you want to install GitHub Copilot, you can use the command palette, which we'll be referencing a lot, by hitting Control-Shift-P or Command-Shift-P. If you want, you can also just click on this button on the left side of your IDE, which is the extensions button, and that will also send you to the extension store. So you can go ahead and type in, I guess if you're using the command palette, you can type in install extensions or click on the button. And once you are there, you can go ahead and search for GitHub Copilot in the marketplace. Once it appears, it's gonna probably be the first option. You just click install. Once you click install, you'll have GitHub Copilot. Now you might notice that whenever you install it, it's going to ask for you to sign into GitHub on the bottom right corner of your screen. When it does, oh shoot, when it does that, you're going to want to sign in. After that, you may notice that it's going to tell you that you have to pay money to use GitHub Copilot, which would be about $10 per or $10 per month. Now, if you want it for free and you're a student, a GitHub Copilot, right there, they got you hooked up. So you can actually get the GitHub Student Developer Pack, which, by the way, if you do not have it already, it is one of the best tools that you have as a student. You want to utilize this as much as you can before you graduate, because once you graduate, it's all gone. But the GitHub Student Developer Pack has so many nice products inside of it. My favorite are the IntelliJ IDEA Suite, or sorry, the IntelliJ, what am I saying? Sorry, the JetBrains suite of products, which include IntelliJ IDEA and PyCharms. So if you're a chronic Python developer or a lovely Java developer, you're definitely going to want to get that pack so you can get those IDEs for free. In chat, I'm seeing Google IDE is official yet, so I won. Yeah, you do win. I did not realize that existed. And then what was the giveaway you were talking about? Did I say giveaway somewhere? I don't think I put giveaway anywhere. If you can refresh my mind, that would be awesome. But yeah, so the GitHub Student Developer Pack will actually get you the access to GitHub Copilot for free. Okay, so if you want the GitHub Student Developer Pack, oh, you said something about. Okay, I'll come back to that in 1 second. So yeah, if you want to get access to the GitHub Student Developer Pack, you might notice that it's going to take you a very long time. And that's because GitHub has been receiving a lot of fraud recently, and they're trying to combat that by making a more rigorous system to vet you in as a student. So there are 3 things you can do. Yeah, you get 10 kudos. Kudos is just a fictitious like currency. Just like 10, you did great. Thanks for contributing. I appreciate it. But yeah, there are 3 things that you can do. The first thing that you can do if you want to get GitHub Copilot for free and fast is you can sign up and add on your student email to your GitHub account. You can actually link multiple emails to one account. Next would be to enable 2FA. All you have to do is go to that blue link up above, mlh.link/github2fa, and that will essentially lead you to the page to enable 2-factor authentication. And then once you have enabled 2-factor authentication and added your additional email, you're going to want to go to hackpack/GitHub. And what that will essentially do is send you to a specialized link for the pack that will get you in a lot faster than if you were to just go through education.github.com. So following those 3 steps will get you the pack a lot faster. I'm going to go ahead and wait here for about 3 minutes for those that do not have it already. Feel free to drop any questions in chat if you have any. And I just noticed that there is no music right now, so it's just me speaking. Okay, let's play some techno. Really. Let's do some electro. How can I get it if you're not a student? So you cannot get the GitHub Student Developer. Oh, 1 second. Sorry about that. I had to sneeze. So you cannot get the GitHub Student Developer Pack if you are not a student. It is for students only, unfortunately. If you are graduated already, you're going to have to purchase it for $10 a month. There is an issue while applying for the GitHub Student Developer Pack. If you could elaborate on that, I might be able to help you. If it's rejecting you first, right after you take a picture of your student ID, you can actually submit a transcript or a course schedule, and that should also work. And that is actually what I did when I got the developer pack back in like 2016, I think. It rejected me a few times because I was in high school and I had to submit a course schedule and transcript to get it approved. Oh, if you don't have a student email just yet, that should be okay. It might take you a lot longer to get approved, or you might get rejected instantly. If you do, don't worry. What you can actually do is you can submit a school transcript, or you can submit a school course schedule with your name and student ID on it. And if those correlate, then it should work. But yeah, that will definitely help you a lot. But yeah, if you have any problems, feel free to put it in chat. While that happens, I'm going to continue with the workshop. Also, this music is very, very loud. Give me one moment. All right. And without further ado, let's begin with the workshop segment. So to use GitHub Copilot, the first thing that we're going to work on is we're going to actually work on cloning a GitHub repository that includes a template for this workshop. So if you want to do that, what you can actually do is open up VS Code. Then you can open up the command palette with Command-Shift-P or Control-Shift-P. And then you want to type in mlh/copilot-starter. So I'm going to go ahead and do that on this screen over here. I'm actually going to do git clone. I'm going to clone from GitHub, and I'm going to type in mlh/ I think it was Copilot starter. Give me 1 second. Oops. Okay, there we go. mlh/copilot-starter. We're going to go ahead and click that. I'm going to put that. Oh, I just realized. Okay, I'm going to put that after scrolling through all of my screenshots. Ignore that real quick. Find out my GitHub folder. Okay, there we go. Let me find a good project to put that in. Okay, so we're going to do GHW, make a new folder in there, and then I'm going to set it as the primary destination. Because we've cloned, we're going to have to open it in a new window, or we can click open if it's a new tab. Actually, oh, 1 moment. Yeah, there you go. Okay, awesome. Yeah, so now that we have that, we're officially cloned and ready to go. You can notice the first thing that we see over here, if I just close these errors, is we can see that we have app.py. App.py, for those that do not know what Python is or are pretty new to Python, app.py essentially is just an entry folder in for any Python program. So what we can actually do here is we can enable or we can set up our Python environment so we can actually run this Flask application. So I already know how to do these commands, but I want to quiz chat real quick for any Pythonistas here. Does anybody know the 2 commands to set up a Python environment in Mac? I'll give 10 kudos if anyone can type it in the next 10 seconds. Okay, not seeing any responses, but I'll go ahead and type it out. So we can type in Python. I'm actually going to make this a bit bigger. We can type in python-m-venv.venv, and that will basically create a new virtual environment folder here. If you want to activate that, we can do source.venv/bin/activate. After we do that, we can do pip install Flask, and that will install Flask into our environment. So what I can do now is if I want to use this play button, I can do some special things for that, or I can just type it in terminal. I'm going to type it in terminal because I'm a little bit old school. So I'm going to type in Python app.py. Wait, did I install? Yeah, I did install it. Python 3 app.py. Oh, why is it not working all of a sudden? Ooh, interesting, interesting. Wait, what if I click the play button over here? If anybody knows what this error is, that would be awesome. This is actually my first time running into a problem where it just doesn't run. So this is a, oh, I did do app.py. Interesting. Ooh, why is it not working? I am activated. Okay, I'm gonna do it another way. Oh, am I in a local folder or am I in a code? Like a dev box? Interesting, interesting. Okay. I don't know why that's giving me errors right now. If requirements. Okay, if anybody can help me figure this out, that would be awesome. I actually don't know why it's not working. Okay, we're gonna try it through this way. See if this works at all. Okay. The following environment has been selected. Okay, if I do play now, does it work? Oh, I didn't pip install. Okay, we can go ahead and... Was it not installed through the requirements though? If anybody could help me with this error, that'd be great. I've never experienced this before. Is Flash 3.0 no longer supported or something? Okay, that should work. It's also no longer giving the squigglies. But then it's saying it can't find Flash. Okay, really, really odd. I'm not entirely sure why it's not working. I'm actually gonna try just typing in Python. And I'll try typing it manually. Okay. Okay, it works there. Let me try a new file then. We're gonna try test.py. I'm actually going to start using a little bit of GitHub Copilot here for those that want to see it. So we can hit Command I if you have GitHub Copilot installed. Now I'm going to type in create a Flask route. And I'm going to name it ticker. And then, or actually, I'm going to name it stock. And then have the ticker be the ticker. That will show this, the live stats for a stock given a ticker. I'm going to use that real quick. Okay, we're going to accept that. I'm actually going to look up a quick free API, free stock API. And we'll go ahead and use that real quick. So we can actually use api.polygon.io /v2/aggs/ticker/ the name of the ticker. And then /1/days. And this should maybe work. So I'm going to go ahead and save that. And then requests, if I recall correctly, should be imported from Flask. So if I save that, I'm going to try running it now. Hi, 404. Glad to hear you are doing well. Long time no see. I am right now running into the weirdest quirk of trying to get this working. Okay, so now it works when I don't do app.py. That is so interesting. Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and fix this real quick. Then I'm going to import, or I guess what's called pip install requests. And then I am going to, oh, I gotta close this. That's so right. Okay, you open the window, I can do Python 3 test.py, and this should, oh, okay. So now that that works, I can confirm that it is putting stuff in there. What I'm going to do is I'm actually going to rename app.py, and I'm going to just name it program.py and see if that works with the issue. So I'm going to do Python 3 program.py. Okay, for some reason, this specific file just doesn't want to work. But if I put it back into test, that is so interesting. I don't know what it is doing wrong. Is this why? Is it missing this part of the program? That might actually be it. Oh my gosh, we have found the issue. The issue is it wasn't doing the app.run. Lovely, lovely, lovely. That is the first time I've actually run into an issue with that here. So that is great to know. What we're actually going to do is I am going to move this tab into view. Okay, and we can continue with our slideshow. So for those that do not know, once we have everything running, we can actually go into the terminal and type in, as you can see, a little bit over here, we can type in Python 3 program.py or app.py if you're forking it, and it will go ahead and run the program. So, oh, there. Okay, so now that we've run the program, we can actually go back into Chrome and we can see here, oh, wow, it now works. So what we're gonna do next is we're gonna actually try to figure out, okay, what is this program doing? We just ran into a lot of issues and we wanna figure out, okay, why were we running into a lot of issues? So I'm gonna go ahead and just type in Command I to ask Copilot, then I'm gonna enter in /explain. And /explain will, if I just do it over everything, will give me a brief explanation over what this program is doing. So as you can see, this response is giving a pretty detailed version of it. So we can see that, okay, so the second since epoch function is actually returning the number of seconds since the Unix epoch, which is January 1st, 1970 at 12 a.m. Also explaining that the app route decorator is used to define the root route. And the Flask block ensures that the Flask development servers only run if the script is executed directly and not imported as a module, which is the issue that we were running into earlier. So it is great to be able to use a, why is it doing that? A /explain feature, which is the next part of the slide. So again, you can type in /explain after opening up GitHub Copilot with Command I or Control I. And yeah, it will explain whatever you highlight. So the next thing we can do, as you saw earlier, is we actually went ahead and installed everything. So if you want to install everything from scratch, you can, what's it called? You can create an environment using, it's not on here, but it would be Python -m venv.venv. Once you type that, you can go ahead and type in, source.venv/bin/activate. And then after that, you can go ahead and type in pip install-r requirements.txt. And that will install all the requirements from the text file. So we've already gone ahead and done that. So we're going to go ahead and run it, which we saw earlier. The run tab is up on the top left over here. And let's go ahead and see the code in action. So you might notice when you first look at this, oh wow, we're getting a type error. It's saying the view function did not return a valid response. The return type must be a string dict list tuple with headers or status, response instance, or WSGI callable, but it was an int. So this response in and of itself might be pretty confusing to understand. Luckily for us, we can actually use GitHub Copilot to fix this. So we hit Command I and type in /fix. We don't even need to describe the function or what is exactly breaking here, and it will immediately, okay, the reason why it's breaking is because the seconds function should return a string instead of an integer to avoid a Flask error. So all we did over here is we actually wrapped this in string, so we typecasted it, and this right here will make it return a string versus returning an integer, which we have called up here. So if I accept this change, I Control S to save it, and I go back to the view. I can actually reload, and we notice we now get a number. So it works. Let's go. Yeah, so as you can see here, the slides are going to say just type in /fix. It's going to go ahead and fix it. And once we do that, we get the same response as they have in the slideshow. So the next thing that we're going to do is we're actually going to add a new route. We're going to type in add a route that shows hours since epoch. So I'm going to go back into the IDE and I'm going to type in Command I, and I'm going to hit Command I, and I'm going to type in create a new route that shows hours since epoch. And it's going to take a second to think about it, but then it's going to add in this brand new route. I'm going to go ahead and save this brand new route. And if I now, sorry about that again. If I now go back here and then type in /hours, we can see it now shows the number of hours since epoch. So all of that new code generated in seconds with GitHub Copilot. Yeah. So the next thing that we can do here is we can actually create a new route for minutes, but instead of asking GitHub Copilot through the Command I buttons, we can ask it to autocomplete it for us. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to type in a comment, and I'm going to ask for it to, or I'm just going to title it route for minutes since epoch. And then from there, if I click enter, we can see it automatically is trying to inference what we're trying to type out. and click enter again, and it's going to define minutes. And minutes is just a string casted version of seconds since epoch divided by 60. And those are minutes. So if I click enter there, type in minutes, we notice the amount of time here is a lot greater than it was in hours, which actually does not sound correct. So what we can do here is utilize GitHub Copilot again and type in /fix the logic for hours and minutes and epoch. Doesn't actually, no, that doesn't make complete sense because there's 60 minutes in an hour, so that is perfectly correct. Yeah, so we can see the number of minutes since epoch, which we used just by type inferencing there. So as we typed and we click tab, it would autocomplete our code. So you can see the same thing over here. So as far as next steps when it comes to this workshop, don't forget, GitHub Copilot can still make errors. It is based off of GPT-4. So in the end, it will be pretty accurate and it will create some pretty cool code. But as a developer, it is in your hands to make sure that you understand what is being written, and everything that it writes, you will take full accountability for, because it can still hallucinate and it can still make errors. So please be a good developer and make sure to follow best practices. But you're a hacker, you'll do great. I know you will. So yeah. Besides that, if you want to add GitHub Copilot to your team, once again, you can do the 3 cool features that it brings. You can create a new button, you can create code, you can fix code, and you can explain code. If you want any other resources here, you can feel free to go through Hackpack/Copilot guides, Copilot examples, or Copilot config. And because we have a few extra minutes in this stream, I am actually going to make a whole new program from scratch, going off of the script here. And we're gonna actually we're gonna be making I guess let's make a Pokemon game. A Pokemon game would be pretty fun. So I'm gonna delete that old code and I'm going to ask for it, instead of /fix, I'm gonna ask for it generate multiple API routes using the Poke API to create a multifunctional and multi-purpose Pokemon API. So I'm gonna type that and we're gonna see what GitHub Copilot generates here. Okay, awesome. So we can see here that actually, I'm just gonna simplify this. I'm gonna put JSONify over there. As you can see, one of the few things, if you were to accept this just blatantly without looking through the code, you'll see, okay, why are we doing 2 different import statements? We can actually just combine that into one. And that's one of the things when I mentioned you should definitely be a good developer and think about the code you write. So the next thing we're gonna do is we're gonna just go ahead and read through this code because we wanna be good developers. And I can see that this function over here looks pretty good to me. Same with this function over here and this function over here. So the next thing I'm going to do is I'm actually going to type in command I/explain, and I'm going to ask what GitHub Copilot is doing here. So it's saying that it's using the Poke API to return basically Pokemon using the /Pokemon/name route. And it will return a object. If it doesn't, it will return 404. I'm actually going to ask for it to give me an example using this route. So after typing that, it's going to give me an example of using it. You can see here, it's going to do Pokemon Pikachu. Awesome. So we're going to do the same thing with this route over here. I'm going to ask for it to actually, we can pretty much infer here that it's going to be an ability over Pokemon this time. So I'm going to ask for it to give an example of using this route. And it gives an example over here for the overgrow ability. And then we're going to go ahead and for one last time, do the same with this route over here and ask for it to give an example of it. And we can see over here, it's giving us an example using the fire type. So I'm going to go ahead and copy these routes real quickly. We're going to go back to the browser. We are going to update this API route. And, I forgot to save. So once we save there, we can actually call it and we can see, oh, wow. everything's appearing. We can see all of the stats for the Pokemon or Pikachu Pokemon and all of the API routes to get more information from it, which is awesome. And as you can see, there is a lot of data. And I'm guessing these are for all of the forms and generations. So I'm going to go ahead and tab that out. We have a game index real quick. I'm also going to tab that one out. And yeah, we're going to go back real quick. We're going to move to the ability. Type that in. We also get the same ability stats for the overgrow ability. And lastly, to show everything for full completion here, we can type in fire and we can see that fire also works. It's giving us all of the double damage to and from stats and everything like that. So pretty much just like that, we were able to use GitHub Copilot to spend 3 minutes to make an entirely new API specifically for Pokemon. That was very, very easy. It was easy to understand, easy to ask it to explain, give examples for, etc. So again, if you want to use GitHub Copilot, would highly recommend it. I'm seeing a question in chat asking how to get the GitHub Student Developer Pack. So I'm going to go ahead and show that on screen again. So the question is, how do I sign up for the GitHub Student Developer Pack? They request me to upload proof of your academic status. So to get the Student Developer Pack, you are going to have proof of your status. It is a requirement to make sure that only students are getting access to the Student Developer Pack. If you do not have an ID with a valid date, it is going to automatically reject you, or you might be lucky and have it automatically accept you. But if that doesn't work, it's going to give you an error on the right-hand sidebar of your education page, and it's going to give you a bunch of steps to take if you want to get access to the pack. So one of the common ones is to upload a school transcript or any other proof of school enrollment, and any of those should suffice. So yeah. Oh, yeah. Add two-factor authentication. And if you don't have like the strong identities of proof, you are going to have to add billing information, but you can just remove that right after. Olinmal 1, are you a student? To get the GitHub Student Developer Pack, you do have to be a student. So if you don't have an ID, school email, or transcript, then I would definitely contact. Okay, you're not a student. That is probably why. The GitHub Student Developer Pack, as it is in the name, it's specifically for students. The idea here is that as a student, it's kind of hard to afford things. So GitHub makes it very easy and accessible to students to be able to learn these new technologies and have access to them for free, versus having to spend a lot of that really important money that needs to go towards school. And then if you're professional, the idea here is that it's a lot easier to afford that, or easier to afford than if you were paying money for school. So that's kind of the ethos behind the developer pack. We cannot help if you are not a student. The student developer pack is only for students, unfortunately. So we will not be able to get non-students. We're not an educational institution, so we cannot do that. Sorry about that. You will have to go enroll yourself into a institution and get a transcript there, because again, we're not a school. Sorry about that. And yeah, if you want to follow this up, you can also ask in the MLH chat, and another MLH might be able to help you out with that. But as far as I'm aware, only students can get the student developer pack. Sorry about that. But yeah, basically concluding everything here, that is the entire GitHub Student Developer Pack workshop. If you enjoyed it, please let me know. But it was really, really fun to host this workshop once again. To recap what we've gone over, we were able to get everyone the Student Developer Pack if they were a student. And we were also able to create a functional time API as well as a Pokemon API. So if you enjoyed that, please let me know. But besides that, thank you all for coming out to the stream. I appreciate it, whether it is 7:46 p.m. or 8:26 p.m. or if it is anywhere between 6 to 9 p.m. or 9 a.m. in the Americas. Oh, I should have made a lettuce API. That is a genius 404. But yeah, thank you all for coming out to the stream. I appreciate it a lot. This has been Global Hack Week GitHub Copilot's workshop. And if you want to tune into data visualization part 2, you can go ahead and catch that right after this in about 14 minutes with Stephen from MLH. So, yep, thank you all for coming out. I appreciate it, and peace.